The Fireball of Chalky Mount. The year was 1805, and the island of Barbados lay heavy under the weight of colonial rule. Deep in the rugged hills of Chalky Mount, where the land broke into jagged cliffs and thick forests, the air carried whispers of fear. The enslaved people, toiling under the relentless sun, spoke in hushed tones of a mysterious fireball that haunted the nights, a spirit born from pain, a wrathful entity that moved with the winds, lighting up the darkened hills. This was no ordinary tale of a restless ghost. Those who had witnessed the fireball swore it was unlike anything they had ever seen. A burning, glowing orb, it floated through the sky, hovering above the trees and the sugarcane fields. Some said it moved slowly, watching, waiting. Others claimed it streaked across the night like a comet, leaving trails of sparks in its wake. But it wasn't just a story of light in the sky. The fireball was believed to be a duppy, a spirit of someone wronged in life, seeking vengeance. And deep down, everyone knew who it was. In the heart of the Chalky Mount plantation stood a grand house, its windows dark, and its wooden walls weathered by decades of decay. It was owned by a man named Mr. Arthur Ruins Beckford, a man as cruel as he was wealthy. Beckford's reputation was well known, even among the other slaveholders. He ruled his plantation with an iron fist, and his cruelty was legendary. People whispered about the screams that echoed through the night, the disappearances of those who dared speak against him, but nothing compared to what happened to Alma. Alma was an enslaved woman of quiet beauty, known for her spirit and her sharp tongue. She had defied Beckford on more than one occasion, unwilling to bow to his twisted whims. One night, in a fit of rage, Beckford took her into the forest near Chalky Mount. She never returned. The people knew what had happened. Beckford had killed her, left her body in the dark to rot, but no one dared speak of it openly. The mountains swallowed the truth. But Alma's spirit refused to rest. It began with flickers in the sky. At first it was faint, like a distant storm gathering on the horizon. But soon the fireball grew brighter, appearing night after night. Those who saw it claimed they could feel the heat from it, even from far away. And then the death started. A young overseer was the first. He had been walking back from the fields one night when he collapsed. His skin blistered as though he had been burned. There were no fires nearby, no torches to explain the burns. But he wasn't the last. One by one, the men closest to Beckford began to fall, their bodies left charred and twisted, their eyes wide open in terror. The people knew what was happening. Alma's spirit had returned, her anger transforming into the fireball that now haunted the hills. But it wasn't enough to kill those who had served Beckford. She was coming for him. On the night of the full moon, Beckford sat in his great house, nursing a glass of rum, unaware that his end was near. Outside, the wind howled, and the leaves of the sugarcane rustled like whispers. Suddenly, the air grew still, and the temperature dropped. He looked out of the window, and there it was, the fireball, hovering just beyond the tree line, its glow casting an eerie light on the ground. Beckford's heart raced, but he refused to believe the stories. He grabbed his rifle and stepped outside, determined to confront whatever trickster was behind this. But as he stepped closer, he felt the heat. His skin began to burn, the air around him igniting with an unnatural flame. The fireball floated toward him, slow and deliberate. Inside its core, he swore he could see a face, a woman's face, her eyes filled with rage, her mouth curled into a snarl. It was Alma. He tried to scream, but no sound came. The fireball engulfed him in an instant. When they found Beckford's body the next morning, it was a pile of ashes in the middle of the field. The fireball had vanished, but the people of Chalky Mount knew it was not gone forever. Alma's spirit remained, watching, waiting for the next soul to wrong the innocent. To this day, the legend of the Chalky Mount Fireball endures in the hills of St. Andrew, Barbados. Some say it still appears on dark, stormy nights, a burning reminder of the sins of the past and a warning to those who think they can escape justice. For the fireball is no mere ghost. It is vengeance incarnate, and it will never rest.